Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is going to be for Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021, and I'm using the Borderless Rider-Waite by US Games. But I do have astrological symbols written on this deck. If that's something, the backs of them are really beautiful. If that's something that you're interested in, I've also done videos. Okay, so hold on, let me tune in March 2nd. I've also done videos on all the tarot meanings. I've never gotten to the reversals yet because I haven't had enough people to tell me that that's what they want. But I did go through all of the, all the upright meanings with astrological symbols. So that's helpful for people that already know astrology and are trying to learn tarot, or people who are trying to learn astrology, through the tarot, because it definitely correlates. So it's a wonderful tool. So with our theme for today, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. I actually like getting this guy reversed. Now, all of the knights are fire energy plus the element that they, that's coming through. So we're dealing with like the fire of the mind, fire of the thoughts, fire of communication. Fire moves. All the knights move. This guy's going really fast. I mean, I guess at least he knows where he's going and he knows where he wants, or he knows what he wants, where he wants to go. You can see the red up here. There's a lot of passion coming from the mind. But he went so fast, or he's going so fast, that even his horse is scared. And he forgot to put his helmet down. And his sword is up instead of pointing forward. So if the guy's jousting, he's not going to do very well. I don't know what's going on here, really. That's one of those things that you always have to apply the meaning to the context of your question. So anyway, reversed, it slows everything down, and I like that because it slows down the mind, especially when we're in the realms of trying to comply to some outside authority. It puts us in that place where we go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Now on a higher level, the Hierophant, because notice the keys are here, and of course it's ruled by Venus, and Venus rules Taurus. It's traditionally a Taurus card, which is all about, all the earthly realms that we need to be aware of, everything in our earthly realm. But what I don't like about this card is that, this guy acts like he's the authority and everybody needs to bow under me. I mean, look at this crown. It's all the... it's like the Pope telling you not to practice birth control. and these are the rules. But on a higher level, though, we can be in the realm of spiritual law that governs everything. It's just that this guy here could be abusive to spiritual law. And then we have the realm of man-made law. And then we have his disciples that are looking up to him. And who knows, like, do they go home at night and flagellate themselves, beat themselves on the back because they're not perfect like this guy? Like, what's really going on here? But when we have this slowing down of the mind and questioning authority, questioning all outside authority, then we've got something going on. Because this card's about conforming. And it has to do with tradition and what people think are moral, and belief systems primarily. I guess that's the main thing, is to question our mind, to slow our mind down and go inside and question what do we truly believe. I think is the way we can get the best out of this card. And then we're coupled here with, is look at the middle card for me when I do 3 cards. You can do past, present, future, but because I'm doing dailies, this is the theme for me. So I'm going to apply this message of slowing down the mind and questioning our beliefs, now to our self-worth. Because the Five of Discs has to do with self-worth. It has to do with feeling shut out from the warmth, being out in the cold. And we can see, we have a handicapped person here. And this person here isn't even looking up. They're both, this one's looking out at least, but this one's looking down. Neither one of them are seeing that there's a warm place that they could go to inside. Let's see, in the Lights Here's Tarot, one of the things I love about that deck, there we go. In this deck, they put, Chris Ann, the artist, she put the key, the keyhole and the key. And even though this person is all alone, which is how we feel when we're in a self-worth issue, we feel like we're the only ones that feel this way, and there's something wrong with us. In this one, these pictures here, they might depict someone feeling like there's something wrong with them because they're handicapped, or there's something going on. This one here, I think, is barefoot. But in this card, I love that the light is shining on the door. And the message is all you have to do is get up and grab the key and open the door. Or maybe the door's not even locked, right? I mean, in this rendition here, it's a church where usually the doors are open, or often they're open. One of my brilliant viewers emailed me once with the whole, the thing of leprosy back in the day. She brought me back in time with this beautiful rendition of where this imagery came from, that originally, this was before, when they didn't realize that leprosy wasn't, contagious, and they thought that it was the worst thing in the world, so they pushed people out, because probably it was after the days of the Black Plague, I suppose. But astrologically here, we have Mercury, so again we're in the realm of thoughts and thinking, and then Taurus, so we're thinking about resources, we're thinking about what we value most, we're thinking about our bodies and what matters to us most. We're trying to get inside of our priorities. So this brings in, again, that issue. It's just always, this card to me, the Five of Pentacles, is always about self-worth issues. So, because when it's straight up, this is another one of those cards you would prefer to get reversed, because reversed it, has a completely opposite meaning. But with it straight up, we're in that realm of, struggling and maybe feeling rejected, maybe feeling like you've been pushed out, pushed away, which is, that's rejection. It's often the card that comes through when somebody's in a lot of debt, or they've had to go through a bankruptcy. It can sometimes be, well, it's always an issue of self-worth is the thing. But it can come through when you're, like I said before, when you're just feeling really lonely, maybe even kind of destitute. Maybe there's been a job loss. Maybe you're having to go back inside and think about what it is that you really want, because maybe this outside authority has said, well, no, you're not the right fit. Well, you know what? When things like that happen, I believe it's protection. I believe that it's, when you're on your path and you're working as hard as you can on yourself, when you're rejected from the outside, take that as a sign of protection. If you're not into self-sabotage and you're not into, moving through life in a very dishonest way, and you're not corrupt and you're not out of your integrity, when you're rejected, you know that it's not about you, it's about them, and your guides are trying to protect you, and they're keeping them away, so that's good. But this, going through this card, can be like the Dark Night of the Soul. It can be very much like the Nine of Swords. But in this card, at least we have the two people together, and they aren't alone, even though they're not really connecting. But you know, there is some strength in their connection in this card, at least. So yeah, you know, whenever I read tarot, I always go with choosing the deck is an intuitive thing based on the question, and then once you have the deck, you do have to go with the images on the card. And in this rendition, there are two people, and you're really not alone. So the message is, you're never alone. You always have your guides. We always have our spiritual centers that we can tap into. We just have to remember to go inside and do that. So let me move these cards up here and grab them. The lovely Spirit Animal Oracle. See what else the message is. Yeah, see, I always love how they beautifully go together with whatever I was trying to convey. I always get a little bit more. So yeah, we have the abundant universe will provide, this buffalo spirit. I love how she always dresses up these animals. They always have this beautiful headdress. And in case you're not familiar with this deck, it's the right here, Spirit Animal Oracle and Collette Baron-Reid. It's really big. It's not easy to handle, but once you get it, it's worth it. Spider Spirit says, "Make your dreams become real." Yeah. God, look at I mean, I don't tend to like spiders, but look at that. It's beautiful. As long as it's not poisonous, I'm okay with spiders, except for I don't like them in my house. But I don't kill them. I tend to like gather them up and put them out in the garden where they belong. So Nightingale Spirit reminds us that love is all around. Yeah, that's so true. Oh my goodness. And again, look at this little pudgy guy. I love this. And they at night, they definitely sing at night. It's wonderful. Look at a little crown on him. Okay, so the message there, love is always all around. And yeah, the love is always there. So if we create from our dreams, just remember the universe is bound by law to receive us, because that's the love, that's the foundation of love that it's created from. And to remember that it's abundant. I always like to remember that it's already created. Whatever I'm trying to create is already created in the spiritual realm. It's just my job to do everything I can to open all the doors and create the foundation here on earth so it can be planted here, and grown here. So the universe has already got it there for you. You just have to open up and make it real. It's kind of like, remember that old movie? I can't remember the guy's name, but it was, I remember the theme in it. What was it called? Dream something. But anyway, it was the message in it was if you build it, they will come. It was Kevin Costner, and it was the the baseball field that he created in his cornfield, and he was about to lose his farm. What was it called? Oh my goodness. It wasn't What Dreams May Come, but it was about that same time that movie came out. Oh my goodness, I don't know. Just maybe if you go on, what is it, IMDb, that international movie database, and look up Kevin Costner and then see what movies he was in, you'll find it. Yeah. Anyway, it was a really good movie about creating and letting the universe bring in the crazy amount of abundance that you would never fathom yourself. And you can make your dreams real and know that the love is always there. That's the main thing to hold on to, and to remember that the universe is bound by law to receive you. So, okay, that's all I have for today. Thanks, you guys. Hope you're having a good week. Okay, bye.